is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. It is Saturday night if you're watching us in the Pacific or in Los Angeles, and it is 10 p.m. in the evening. And if you are watching me in the Philippines, it is 1:02 p.m. And as always, I know you guys were wondering, especially those who came in late. They were asking if my background is just a wallpaper or a wall screen. No, I am currently in Manila doing some business for my mom. And anyways, so yes, I am doing my show in the Philippines right now. So magandang tanghali or hapon sa inyong lahat. It is quite very humid here, but it's tolerable. It's just how you look at things. But nonetheless, magandang tanghali sa inyong lahat. I hope you had a wonderful lunch with your friends, family, significant others, and loved ones. And as always, I always wish you the best. And happy viewing to our team replay and our team share. And if you're watching us in different parts of the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Yeah, before anything else, I would like to thank everybody who watched the show yesterday with our special guest, Joseph Yo Domingo Adil. And we had a good time yesterday. And that show, the Alam Mo Ba with Josh Andowit is, if you have missed that particular show, feel free to go to our the PHLV Radio YouTube channel. It's already there. It's already part of the archive. And it was a fun show. So thank you, everyone who watched it. And if you have not seen it, please do catch it. You'll get so many information, not only about him, but some nuggets of wisdom as well. Now, we are live on different podcasts, namely Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Also, simultaneously, we are airing live on PHLB Radio Facebook page and PHLB Radio YouTube channel. So hopefully you guys, if you are not subscriber yet, please do like, share, and subscribe. And I do have also my Facebook page as well as my YouTube channel at Josh Andowit. Yeah, JUSHANDOWITT. Now, if you are using Alexa, all you have to do is say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. And if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just look for PHLB Radio channel. And if you have any questions or concerns, or you want more information about any of the shows, or including our station, please do log in to www.phlbradio.com. Yan, lahat na nasabi ko na. Our first honor, si CM Mendy, watching us from Quezon City. Si Hilda also is watching us in Manila or in the Philippines. Si Ron Bin David. Ron Bin is watching us from Yeke, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Hi, happy viewing, Rom. First, happy Sunday to all, sabi ni Rom. Si Desi Santos is watching us from Cabatuan Street in Quezon City. Tawag doon? District 1. Nako, district ni Arjo Artaide with the mayor of Joy Belmonte. So happy viewing sa inyong lahat. Na maganda yung topic natin ngayon. At ito ay, okay, just to give you the name that I'm gonna be using and the locations. They are changed to kind of hide their identity. So ang ating characters for today, ang episode for today is bigla na lang, ayaw na niya. So it's bigla na lang, ayaw na niya. Okay, and the people who ang letter sender natin, or email sender rather, is Rosenda, and that's not the real name. And the other person in this is Oli, O-L-I-E. At saka si Hans. Okay, these are not real names na I decided to choose simply because to hide their identity, even their location is hidden. Okay, para to help them. At the same time, maganda po yung letter niya at I think kapupulutan ninyo ng aral as well. Okay, now Teka, meron pa ba mga announcement? O yung mga nagse-celebrate ng birthday, happy birthday to you guys. And if you are asking if I'm in Manila, yes, I am in Manila. Like what I said earlier, I'm just here for just to do some business for my mom and then I go back to LL. Anyways, so here we start. So marami nang naka-online sa atin. So here we go. Episode for today show is Bigla na lang, ayaw na niya. Dear Kuya Josh, maraming salamat for always having a show and a platform like Dear Kuya Josh. It is so exciting for us to watch you and the show of course every weekend, even kahit minsan replay. Marami talaga pong napupulot na aral sa bawat episode at nakakaaliw makinig ng mga iba't ibang challenges ng mga kababayan natin here in the Philippines or in abroad. It's always exciting also to know the sentiments of the viewers and the listeners. Maraming salamat talaga and more power to PHLB Radio and to you, Kuya Josh. More power to you and the shows that you have. Nako, thank you naman, Rosenda. Like what I said time and time again, it is always a pleasure. All the hard work that we're putting in here is really worth the while, especially when we read like that, comments like that, and it is much appreciated. Selena Sugalan Montalana Absidis watching also. Sabi niya, hello everyone watching from Quezon City. Sabi niya, tuloy natin yung kay Rosenda. Kuya Josh, ako si Rosenda, 38 years old, business owner. I don't believe in marriage because of what I saw with my parents. Yes, they are married. Yes, they are married all right, but they are constantly fighting and bickering with each other. Nakita ko ito growing up. I have seen this growing up, kaya I made a decision not to get married kung ganito lang naman ang magiging buhay may asawa ko. Modesty aside, kuya, I am a looker. Maganda ako, mestiza at ligawin. Maraming nagpaparamdam sa akin at nanliligaw. Hindi ako suplada so I go out on dates naman. Kuya Josh, alam mo yung feeling na sa first date pa lang alam mo na kung may sparks o wala. So to save time and effort on both parties, I would always be honest to tell the guy on the first date if he should continue to pursue me or not. Until I met Hans through a common friend. He is 5 years older than I. He is a call center agent. Gwapo siya, Kuya Josh. Maputi, matangkad, maganda ang katawan. In short, artistahin ang dating. Hans and I went on a date and he was honest to tell me that he has been stalking me sa social media. He has been stalking me sa social media page ko dahil he finds me beautiful daw. We went out on several dates pa. Ako naman, being me, hindi na ako nagpakipot. Eventually, we became a couple. Kuya Josh, smooth sailing ang aming relasyon. We travel together, we wine and dine together, we do so many things together, like we go to the gym, walk, laughs, theater, movies, lahat-lahat na, name it, we've done it together. Technically, we are inseparable. This went on for several months, so we decided to live together. Since I have a beautiful house, we both decided for him to move in with me. He still kept his condo, but he had it rented. Malaki ang kinikita ko sa business ko, kaya majority of the time, ako ang gumagastos para sa aming dalawa. Kuya Josh, never na issue yon sa akin dahil nga sobra-sobra ang kinikita ko sa company ko. Besides, I like to spoil people that I care about much more na kung mahal ko. Kuya, Smooth sailing talaga ang love life namin. Kaya laking gulat ko na after 3 years of being together and being a couple, bigla na lang, he said ayaw na niya. He packed his things and left. Ganun-ganun na lang. Kuya Josh, I was so shocked and dumbfounded. I was numb for a while kasi hindi ko talaga alam kung ano ang pinanggagalingan nito. I was asking myself if I had done anything wrong to him. I cried a bucket. Sobrang sakit dahil I'm so happy with Hans. I'm so happy with Hans. All these years, siya na ang naging buhay ko. He's my partner, my friend, my lover. Siya na lahat-lahat. Weeks passed and I decided to call his best friend Ollie. Naglakas akong tanungin kung ano ang nangyari. Ollie, kahit hesitant at first, napilit ko rin na sabihin ang alam niya. Sabi daw ni Hans, he made a decision to leave so he needs to get back his dignity. Teka, sabi daw ni Hans, he made a decision to leave so he can get he can get back his dignity. Nahihirapan na daw siya to see na ako ang gumagasta para sa aming dalawa. At first daw, he felt okay lang kasi nga mas malaki naman daw ang kita ko sa company. Eventually daw, he would catch up with his earnings. Pero as years go by, lalong naging successful yung business ko at lalong napag-iwanan siya sa kita niya. Mahal na mahal ko siya at mahal na mahal niya raw ako, pero feeling niya ay hindrance siya sa pag-unlad ng business ko. Feeling niya, nahihila niya ako pababa dahil hindi siya go-getter like me. Hans felt he cannot go on living like this. Kuya Josh, that is why I wrote to you kasi di ko alam what to think and what to do anymore. Mahal na mahal ko si Hans, pero I cannot help if my business is doing so well. Hindi ko naman kasalanan na maging maunlad ang negosyo ko. I cannot stop the flourishing business para lang sa kanya. Hindi ko pwedeng hinto ang negosyo ko para lang kay Hans. Napakasakit na after 3 years, he would just go and leave me dahil lang he cannot handle na mas malaki ang kinikita ko sa kanya. Kuya, I built my business with sweat and tears. I sacrificed so much to build this business to where it is now. Napakasakit na kapalit ng success ko sa business nagsasuffer naman ang buhay pag-ibig ko. Hindi ba dapat maging proud si Hans na I have made a great business na we both enjoy the fruits? Hindi ba dapat na mas maging masaya siya dahil sa na-achieve ko para sa aming dalawa? Ito ba ang kapalit ng lahat ng paghihirap ko para sa isang matagumpay na negosyo? Kuya Josh, I hope you, the listeners and viewers, can give some advice on what I should do. Always, Rosenda. Ayan. Nako, it is a very interesting email. So para do sa mga late na dumating, let me just give you a summary. So letter sender or email sender is Rosenda. She's 38 years old and she is a business owner. As of now, the business is doing so well. Sabi nga niya, it is talagang hinihipan kumbaga ng kita yung kanyang business. And Rosenda, she does not believe in marriage. Kasi for her, she doesn't want to be to end up like her parents were bickering and fighting growing up ang nakita niya. So, but hindi naman daw siya suplada, and to be honest daw, she's pretty and habulin din ng mga guys simply because maganda nga siya. But she's not suplada daw because she goes out on date naman. Pero she's very honest and candid. Like if she goes out on a date and she feels that there's no sparks and it's not gonna amount to anything. So doon pa lang kinakat na niya. She would always say na this is not gonna happen. Let's just be friends. Yada yada yada. And then at the end of the day, so life moves on. Para they don't waste their energy and time with each other, right? So until a friend referred or introduced each other, si Hans sa kanya. At yun nga ang naging parang na si Hans daw ay gwapo, matangkad, magandang katawan, at artistahin ang dating. So, nung the one date became more continuous date pa, nadagdagan pa yung mga dates, until they hit it off, obviously. So, they go out together, they do a lot of things together, nag-gym sila, they practically inseparable. So what they do is after months of dating, they decided to live together. Okay, pero dahil nga mas maganda yung bahay at siguro mas malaki yung bahay nitong si Rosenda, they mutually decided titira na lang si Hans kay Rosenda kahit na meron siyang sariling condo na pinarent na lang niya. So smooth sailing daw ang love affair nila, smooth sailing, walang problem until one day after 3 years, bigla na lang out of the blue bigla na lang sabi ni Hans kay Rosenda, ayoko na. And he packed his things. Ganun na lang sabi ni Rosenda. Walang closure, nothing. Basta he decided to leave Rosenda. So itong si Rosenda doesn't know what happened. Parang after 3 years of being together, being inseparable, and out of the blue, umalis si Hans without any really explanation. So sabi nga niya, she cried the bucket, she doesn't know what to do with it until wala siya, naglakas loob siyang to call yung best friend ni Hans na si Ollie. At kahit na ayaw ni Ollie magsalita and doesn't want to get involved, sa kakapilit ni Rosenda na convince din niya to tell. At sabi nga ni Ollie sa kanya, the reason is feeling ni Hans, ayaw na niyang nawawala yung dignidad niya. The dignity is lost because ang gumagastos talaga sa kanilang relasyon ay si Rosenda. Parang feeling ni Hans, it's so unfair to Rosenda na lagi na lang in all occasion, travels, food outside, and any expenses, hinahandle yon ni Rosenda. And parang feeling ni Hans, nawawala yung dignity niya. At the same time, as it was mentioned, business owner si Rosenda, call center agent naman itong si Hans. So eventually, I think yung salary, the money na inuwi ni Hans, parang nakukompare ni Hans, hindi ni Rosenda, yung na parang at talagang hindi niya makakahabol sa kinikita ng kumpanya ni Rosenda. So parang nagkakaroon siya ng self-pity, nawawala yung dignity niya. So parang the best way is feeling ni Hans na this is all according to Ollie na kinuwento ni Hans. Feeling niya is malaki siyang hindrance sa continued success ng kumpanya ni Rosenda. That's why he decided to leave na the situation, to leave na the relationship. Kasi parang it is not helping sa kanyang pagkalalaki na mas malaki ang kita ni Rosenda at malaking kinikita at ang naggumagastos sa kanilang relasyon ay si Rosenda. So kaya itong si Rosenda decided to write us a letter and I quote, sabi niya, sabi ni Rosenda, hindi niya, I cannot help if my business is doing so well. Sabi niya, I cannot stop my flourishing business para lang sa kanya. Napakasakit na after 3 years, he would just go and leave me dahil lang he cannot handle na malaki ang kinikita ko compared sa kanya. I build my business, sabi niya, with sweat and tears. I sacrifice so much, kuya, to build the business to where it is today. Napakasakit na kapalit ng success ko sa business and nagsasuffer naman ang buhay pag-ibig ko. Hindi ba dapat, sabi niya, na maging proud si Hans na I have made a great business that they both could enjoy. Hindi ba dapat na mas maging masaya si Hans para sa kanya, sa mga na-achieve niya, para naman sa kanilang dalawa. Ito ba ang kapalit? Ito yung magandang tanong ni Rosendas for all of us. Ito ba ang kapalit ng lahat ng pinaghirapan niya para sa matagumpay na negosyo? So nag-hope siya na what she should do or what she should be thinking on kaya nga she decided to write to us para maliwanagan siya on what's going on. So that's in a capsule ang kwento ni Rosenda. Okay, teka muna. Maraming nakapasok. Si Rosh Liano Rafana. Hi Rosh, how are you? Happy viewing. Of course, Adele, Rosh is watching from Los Angeles, California. Si Adele Ordinario naman, if she's not traveling, she's watching us from Long Beach, California. Sabi ni Adele, hi Josh and Kuya Johan. Sabi naman ni si Luz Pumida, Casimir Marasigan is watching us from GMA Cavite. Magandang hapon Kuya Josh, musta daw sabi ni Eddie. Luz, I'm gonna be visiting you this coming week, okay? Usap-usap tayo, okay? At we could change ideas. Okay, that being said, so ito na, while we're waiting for mga comments ng ating mga tagapakinig, okay, for our listeners, so hopefully you could catch up. Firstly, I feel for you, Rosenda. Firstly, tama ka, yung success, congratulations on your very successful business. At tama ka rin na hindi dapat maging sukatan yung tagumpay ng iyong negosyo for Hans to feel that way. Dapat pa nga, I agree with you. Kasi for me, a relationship should be, it's like a dance, two people dancing. And the money part should not be an issue, especially if it's not even an issue at all. Meaning, hindi mo naman pinamumuka sa kanya na mas malaking kita ko sa iyo, na akong gumagastos. It was really not an issue for you kasi nga hindi mo naman napapansin na kasi malaki nga ang kita mo, and because of your love for Hans, it is really not an issue for you na mas malaki yung kinikita mo than kay Hans. So okay lang 'yun in the real world. Okay lang naman 'yun as long na there was no panunumbat, there's no yung parang kino-compare. Tapos yung sinasabi ni Hans na nawawala yung dignidad niya dahil nga ikaw yung tagagastos, I don't see it that way. I think more of may problema si Hans to get over that. Kasi maybe it's the Filipino machismo na parang kailangan yung lalaki ang mas malaki ang kita, yung lalaki ang mas matagumpay in their careers. But nowadays kasi dapat hindi na yan ang issue eh. Your success or your partner's success should be a celebration that you're doing so well together. At hindi ba na-realize ni Hans na maybe the flourish lalo yung business is because you're so inspired. You are so moved by the mere fact na meron kang inspirasyon. You are si Hans ang naging inspiration mo to push more. Sabi mo nga, ang difference nga lang, character-wise, go-getter ka. Of course, being a business owner, you have to be a go-getter. Kasi ikaw yung talagang hands-on ka dyan. Ikaw yung marketing, ikaw yung think tank, ikaw yung decision maker and all that. As opposed na kay Hans, na call center agent siya, the pressure is not much. But Hans should realize, dapat nga masyado kang hangaan, Rosenda, mas lalo kanyang mahalin dahil single-handedly prior to the entry of Hans, you're already doing this business. This is not a business that nangyari na lang while you guys are together. Prior to you guys being together, being a couple, the business is already ongoing. The business are already flourishing. At sabi mo nga, mas nag-flourish siya when you guys became a couple. So I don't think that should really be an issue. I don't think ako personally, I feel na the ball is on Hans' court, di ba? Hindi na sa'yo kasi wala ka naman, based on your email, wala ka naman ginawa na para maliitin ang kakayanan ni Hans. Wala ka namang sinabi or any actuation to make Hans little compared to what you have achieved. Kasi like what I said, as a disclaimer, lahat ng opinion and any comments, advice, and things that to be said is not a reflection on the owners or management of PHLB Radio. Okay, ito po yung pag-uusapan lang natin ng ating mga viewers as well as our listeners. So going back to what I said, any success that one of the partners would have should be a celebration, hindi should be a hindrance. I felt bad for you, Rosenda, na for you to learn from the best friend of Ollie na feeling ni Hans, hindran siya sa pagtayo mo o lalo na sa pag-angat mo pa sa negosyo. It should not be that way. It should be, dapat nga isipin ni Hans na yung kanyang participation would be siya yung naging catalyst mo para mag-push pa na maging successful, so you could have a good future together, that you could enjoy each other more, that you could celebrate its successes with each other, di ba? Instead of na parang isa lang. Yung gastos naman kasi that's so, I mean, it happens naman talaga. Somebody has to port the money first, pero it doesn't mean naman na sukatan talaga na isang relasyon yung kung sinong gumagasta. Kasi as a couple, in any relationship, it's a give and take. Siguro maybe do sa malalaking expenses, siguro what you could do, Rosenda, ikaw yun, you would have that. Hindi naman siguro lahat. Kasi siguro, feeling ko, when Hans feel now, lahat-lahat galing na sa kanya, it really hurts his ego. It hurts his, alam mo yung feeling na parang nagiging, ano lang siya, hindi naman boy toy, but more of parang nagiging tau-tauhan na lang siya when it comes to expenses because ikaw na nga lahat. Maybe my suggestion to you is, now that you know the reason, since 3 years is 3 years of your relationship with Hans, give it some time. I think you need to talk to him, set him down, and not really so much for closure, but be ready just in case. But make him understand na you did not mean anything bad or anything, your actuation about paying and taking care of all the bills, and when you go out paying for all the expenses, it was not meant to hurt him. It was not meant to belittle him. It is not made para to hurt his dignity as a man, but rather you just want to celebrate, to have him enjoy the fruits of all your hard work and the profit of doing so well in your business. Siguro mas importante na paalam mo sa kanya na, look, yung ginagastos natin, it's not like dapat sinusukat yon. It should not be it should not even be a material thing na magiging point of a discussion. Kasi nga sabi ko nga, like what I said, when you are together, wala na yung akin ito, iyo to. It becomes one. Kasi relasyon, for me, this is me, this is Kuya Josh. A relationship is two souls being into one. Meaning nga wala na yung pera niya, pera mo, pera. It should be pera natin. Okay, sure enough. And sometimes talaga, the reality is, it will be very difficult for a Filipino guy, okay, to feel that. Hindi lahat kasi, meron pa rin kasi malakas pa rin sa kulturang Pinoy ang male machismo na parang head of household guy. Mas malaki ang kita guy. And this is not an isolated case na it happened this way. Pero nangyayari kasi talagang iba na ngayon ang panahon. It should not even really an issue anymore because at the end of the day, talaga yung perang kinikita nitong si Rosenda should not even be really a point of discussion anymore kasi talaga dalawa kayo eh. And yun ang dapat maintindihan ni Hans, or you have to make sure that Hans is made aware of such. Pero importanteng magkausap kayo because baka mamaya may mga issues pa na dapat ma-resolve if and when you will get back together. My point is, I don't think the 3 years means a lot. to a lot of people and to you. So pwede pa siyang ma-save. Pwede pa siya, I don't think there should be a closure. It's important lang, you guys, you, especially Rosenda, you need to communicate to Hans yung sentiments mo na yung gastos na ginagastos mo, it's not like a big deal to you. Pero kung gusto ni Hans na mag-contribute, kahit na hindi masyado yung malaki nga yung sinusweldo niya, then let him be. Siguro yung mga, kunyari, manonood kayong sine, it's not much naman, let him pay. Hindi na lang ikaw. Para naman to give him some dignity na hinahanap niya. To give him some purpose, some reason. Or para, parang sa dating siya naman, hindi parang ikaw na lang lagi. And that's some things that you need to think through, okay? To think things through, okay? Now, si Benny is watching. Hi, Benny. How are you? Watching from Los Angeles, California. I think si Benny's in Eagle Rock. Casimiro Ang is watching. Hey, Casimiro Ang, congratulations. Casimiro helped the campaign of Bam Aquino in the Albay region. Sabi niya, magandang hapon, Kuya Josh. Hello to Yvette, to Mate, as well as to Nathan and Tita Cora. So happy viewing sa iyo. Tapos sabi, teka, may mga pumasok. Si Connie Asuncion from Project 7 is saying hello and he's watching. Tapos si Ernie is watching as well. Tapos sabi Nus Paminda, Marasigan, okay po, Kuya Josh, salamat. Yes, like what I said, I'll see you next week when I go to Cavite, GMA Cavite. Tapos, ito na si Rom from KL, Rom David, from KL, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Thanks for the shared story, Rosenda. In my humble opinion, I think you have your own pride not to be tied in marriage as well as your character. Okay, ulitin ko ya. In my humble opinion, I think you have your own pride not to be tied in marriage as your character. It is okay somehow that you made yourself successful. For your peace, try to reflect on your last conversation and try to have at least one last personal meeting with Hans to clear up things. Let's see if you can compromise to bring up Hans' pride as a man as well. Pray and good luck for your love life. Ang ganda, see, almost pareho kami ng sinabi ni Rom na it's important na umalis na siya. It's important na magkaroon ka pa rin ng at least a meeting. Sabi naman ni last meeting. Not necessarily last meeting, but at least not to have a closure, but at least to iron things out, to clear things out. Kasi I always believe, di ba, time and time again, communication is always important between couples in any relationship, whether it's romantic relationship or friendship or kahit na filial relationship. It's always important na you communicate your sentiments. So I agree and I echo talaga yung sinabi ni Rom, importante talaga na magkausap kayo at para mag-reflect ka rin. So it's an introspection on your part, Rosenda, kung ano yung nasabi mo last conversation, kung meron nga, and like what you said naman, wala kang natatandaan. Pero it is important na ma-clear things up nyo. Now, you never know, baka you just need to make some compromises. Like yun nga, kunyari, kung ikaw lahat nagbabayad, sine, tubig, whatever, siguro may mga portions naman na you guys agree to disagree and agree to agree on things na, okay, doon sa malilit na bagay, ikaw muna, para at least magkaroon ng dignity and pride naman si Hans. And thank you, Rom. Maganda, almost nag-sync yung ating advice to Rosenda. Ang galing. Tapos, teka. Si Madam Katrina Cruz is Madam Catherine A. Cruz is watching. Madam Cruz or Madam Catherine is the lovely, fabulous wife of the Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles ni Adelio Cruz ang nagbalik. Sabi ni Catherine, miss you. I miss you guys too. You guys, oh my God, I think you missed it. It's so humid here, but it's tolerable. I always have trying to keep myself, trying to keep myself, not kill myself, but keep myself hydrated. Yan, so talagang timba ng mineral water ang kinukonsume ni Kuya Josh here in the Philippines. So yung magko-comment pa, please do so. So balik tayo. Continue ko yung yung comment ko kay Rosenda. So Rosenda, I agree talaga yung sinabi ni Rom. Minsan kasi nagiging habit na rin, lalo na pag malaking kita mo, na parang nagiging in your mind, parang wala naman sa iyo yun napaka minute, napakaliit na bagay para maging issue for you. Pero you got to remember, hindi lang ikaw ang nag-iisa sa relasyon. It's like a dance. Two people needs to dance so to make a relationship work. Hindi lang a relationship will not work kung isang tao lang parang namamangka, 'di ba? When you do a kayak, dalawang nagsasagwan, hindi pwedeng isa. You could alternate just like in the gastos. Pero kasi sometimes talaga, like what I said earlier, it hurts sa isang male, especially a Filipino, at that, na parang ang dating na lang, ikaw na lang lagi. And you should be happy, Rosenda, because you found a man na hindi abusive, hindi yung alam mo yung talagang pabigat meaning ina-assume na agad na every time you go out na ikaw ang gagastos. Hindi siya abusive, hindi siya abuso, hindi nang-aabuso sa iyong generosity. Kasi meron din mga tao na kapag yung alam niyang afford naman ng partner niya na ikaw na lang magbayad, na nagiging institutionalized na every time you go out it becomes na the most natural thing. Hindi na natututong dumukot, hindi na nagkukusa. Parang pag lumabas tayo automatic ikaw na magbabayad. Even in friendship that should not be the case. Of course, a good example, may mga kaibigan tayo na very well off, na they're doing so well in their lives. And normally the tendency is pag lumalabas kayo, either mas malaki yung portion nung kaibigan nyo na mas nakakaangat or yung nalilibre kayo. Okay? Pero what I'm saying though is it should not be a habit. It should not be like the most common thing na every time you guys, your friend or anybody would go out, siya ang tagapagbayad. So siya yung taya. What you could do, especially kung medyo malakihan naman yung mga lakad ninyo, is to either you guys pull your money together, kayo naman, or in special occasion, or when you buy little things, hindi necessarily a big huge dinner, pero like, maybe coffee, or maybe boba, or maybe dessert, medyo kayo naman ang bubunot. And likewise, same situation itong kay Rosenda at kay Hans. I think Rosenda, and I will echo again yung kay Rom, you need to compromise, meaning you need to learn to compromise also. Hindi laging ikaw ang taya. Although it is expected simply because mas malaki nga yung kita ng kumpanya mo. Pero it doesn't have to be that way. Kasi nawawala yung dignity nung tao. Nawawala na parang, especially siguro, kung if ever makantsawan ng kaibigan, masakit yon for a male Filipino guy simply because parang naging hindi naman tao sa pospro, parang tau-tauhan na lang kasi a lot of times kasi kung sino yung gumagastos yung nagiging issue di ba? Even in friendship. So it should not be that way. It should be a give and take. If Rosenda, you could handle the big ticket item, yung mga malalaki, yung maliliit, let him be. But you need to talk it out para klaro, both of you would have a common decision kung where do you draw the line? Where would it begin and where would it stop? Diba? Dagdag pa ni Rom. David Rom, salamat sa mga comments mo, and I think it's very helpful not only Rosenda but for our viewers and listeners as well. I think, sabi ni Rom, I think for a strong woman who is successful, this is really common issue this is really a common issue for conflict in belief of marriage and man being head of family and woman as a subordinate. Does not tend to fight but one needs to give way. Ulitin ko yun I think for a strong woman who is successful, this is really a common issue. For conflict in belief of marriage and man being head of family and woman being a subordinate, ganda nun, does not tend to fight but one needs to give way. Okay, tapos sabi ni Rom, padagdag pa niya, anyway, peace to all, I still respect marriage as foundation of family. Oh, nabanggit kasi ni Rom yung sa mga late na pumasok, kasi si Rosenda, she does not believe in marriage. Kasi yung nakita raw niya growing up sa kanyang magulang. So parang she doesn't want to go to that experience na yung growing up, yung nanay at tatay niya, it was not a good example. For her, that got into married, they married each other, pero they constantly fight and bickering at each other. So it was not very pleasant. So for that, because of that experience ni Rosenda, ayaw niya, wala siyang belief sa marriage. So yun ang medyo nga nabanggit ni Rom. Now, and like what again, echo ko yung kay Rom, yan talaga ang nagiging problem in relasyon kapag and I think we heard this even with artistas here in the Philippines, na pag malaki yung kinikita ng asawang babae, it end up there's always a window for them to fight. Nagkakaroon ng oportunidad for them to fight kasi nagkakasilipan, and it always the guy, majority of the time yun na nagiging fault ng guy kasi parang sa kanya it is really a travesty, or it is really suntok sa kanyang pagkalalaki na mas malaki yung kinikita ng asawang babae. But in this particular case, at yun nga ang common conflict normally sa mag-asawang mas malaki ang kita nung partner na babae. Hindi lahat, but majority of the time, kasi nahihirapan yung lalaki, yung Pinoy, na maintindihan na dapat instead na magkaroon siya ng ill feeling o magkaroon siya ng insecurity, magkaroon siya ng feeling of inadequateness, dapat matuwa pa siya that the partner, the wife, or the partner is doing so well kasi her money is your money, her success is your success. And it should not be kanya-kanya, di ba? And again, a good compromise would solve that in my opinion. Tapos gusto ko yung sinabi ni Rom, na kasi in the, di ba, sa kultura talaga, whether Filipino or other culture, the man is always the head of household. Pero at the same time, ang nagiging tendency ngayon, yung babae or the woman would be the subordinate person in the relationship. But things change. Iba na ang panahon ngayon. Sabi nga, equal opportunity. So yung nagagawa nga daw ng lalaki, nagagawa na ng babae. Yung kinikita ng lalaki, although in some culture, iba pa rin, di ba? But in this particular case, yung kay Rosenda case, sure enough, mas malaki kasi business owner nga itong si Rosenda compared sa namamasukang si Hans. So that what triggered the problem. Okay, but I like also to echo, ito yung idadagdag ko, Rosenda, when you are able to meet with Hans, I would advise you to give it a prayer, to say a prayer. Magdasal ka for discernment. Kasi importante yung meeting mo, if ever when that would happen, you would have the gift of tongue. Yung mga ilalabas ng bibig mo should be encouraging as opposed to discouraging. It should be uplifting as opposed to insulting, di ba? Kasi baka mamaya, dahil masyado kang nasaktan, magkaroon ng ibang presentation, iba yung masabi mo. That could hurt the possibility of rekindling each other's love for each other. Magkasakitan kayo through your words. So you need to pray hard for discernment at pray hard na yung lalabas sa bibig mo will be afflicting, will be clear enough, would be hindi siya insulting, let alone threatening, na hindi matuloy ang possible rekindle, possible continuation of a relationship na naudlot. Yan. Si Anthony Antikin is watching us from Luzon, dyan sa may UP. Happy viewing sa'yo, and to Rian, and to Zion, and to Reggie. Happy viewing, Anthony. And hopefully to see you guys soon. So, yun in a capsule yung kay Rosenda. So, Rosenda, sana mapupulutan mo ng aral o yung mga advice namin, medyo put it to heart. I know it's a big pill to swallow right now. Malaking bagay talaga sa isang relasyon ang magpakumbaba. Sabi nga, minsan nagpapakumbaba ka na and it's not going anywhere. Compromise is a key in relationship, but for me, any relationship or relationships for that matter, make Jesus or God or whoever you adore the center of your relationship. I've said it time and time again. It's the triangle, diba? The Lord or Supreme Being on top of that triangle, and on both sides, you and your partner. Okay, magkabilang side, and you cannot ever go wrong with that. Now, secondly, you have to have an open, honest communication, even what you want to do sa bed, how you want to be pleased, and what your husband or your lover needs to do to sexually satisfy you. You need to be honest on things like this. And then yung mga quirks naman, mga quirks ng pag-uugali, it is important also na pinag-uusapan niyo yan. You cannot go to any relationship thinking na kinikip mo lang sa sarili mo, because that's not what at loving, harmonious relationship is about. Relationship should be an open discussion for each other. You should be able to tell what you like, what you don't like, what bothers you, and what makes you happy, what makes you thick, what makes you sad, what makes you cry. And it cannot happen overnight. Kasi when you live together, magkaibang tao na yan eh. You're putting another life, another soul into your domain. Kasi tayo, we know each other, what we like, what we want, what our quirks, our moods, our swings. Pero yung pag naglagay ka ng tao sa scenario, sa buhay mo, ibang usapan na yon. Kasi you're putting another soul at maraming adjustment. And I think any of our listeners and viewers would agree na talagang iba na when you have someone, another soul in your life. Kasi talagang maraming adjustment. Either your boyfriend, girlfriend, whether you're living together, or when you're husband and wife, the more. Kasi when you live together, you discover more things about that person. Kasi let's face it, when it's just a boyfriend, girlfriend pa lang, there's a tendency na you guys, or we always put our best foot forward. Hindi pa natin pinapakita yung talagang tunay na ugali natin. Kasi we want to make sure that ma-cement, ma-galvanized, magkaroon pa ng foundation ng relasyon. And then when you live together, ayan na, kikita nyo na yung mga foibles, mga weaknesses, mga strength. Ito pala, it's always a discovery for anybody who's living together. Akala mo nga, and you hear this time and time again, akala mo na, kilala mo na yung partner mo. Pero marami ka pang malalaman pag nagli-live together na kayo. It's really a constant learning, constant discovery when two people are living together. Especially when you get married. Parang marami ka pang hindi alam about your partner at nalalaman mo yan. Kasi ito na yung parang wala ng walls eh. You don't have, parang wala ka ng best foot forward. What you see is what you get. Kasi nga, kaya nga nagkakaroon ng issue yung mga nagli-live-in together muna prior to the marriage, parang trial. And I'm not agreeing on that, kasi nga at the end of the day, kanya-kanya tayong paniniwala, kanya-kanya yung belief. For me, living together is not the answer. But the answer is through communication, through yung pagsasama ninyo. Okay, teka, si Rom, sabi ni si Rom bin David, new gen nowadays have issue on marriage, Kuya Josh. What is your take on this? Yung marriage kasi sa akin is very sacred, Rom, and that's a good question. My take on that is, I believe in the sanctity of marriage. That's why I have this thing na especially being that I live in America, there's this thing that marriage for convenience, especially now that the Trump administration is putting so much pressure on the immigration issue. Marami akong kakilala personally na they go into marriage for convenience. What do I mean? especially yung mga hindi very aware. Marriage for convenience meaning you either pay someone or you have a friend marry you para magkaroon ka ng legal status in living in the States. I am not agreeable to that. I'm opposed to that because for me, sabi ko nga, a friend of pen approached me on that na nagpapatulong for them to find a good lawyer. And when I found out it's a marriage from convenience, I already kind of not naman scold them, but I gave them a piece of my mind. Now, look, marriage is it's a sacred thing. It's one of the sacraments if you are a Catholic. Wag na nating bastusin ang institusyon ng kasal. Wag naman nating go in for the sake of one's progress or for the sake of one's finances. Gagawin na natin yun kasi there's this thing of sanctity of the institution. Yun ang position ko on that. So ako kasi I feel like if one get married, it is like a commitment. It's a lifetime commitment that for better or worse in sickness and in health. Like yung marriage vow at yun isinasa puso. Hindi yun parang lip service lang. And that's my take on marriage. So if ever I would be asked to be a ninong, yun lagi ang ina-advise ko sa nila na are you ready to really accept your partner as your lifelong partner? Kasi ako, I don't also believe in divorce. Kasi marriage is, I know it's trite and it's a maxim that's been used over and over. Kasi marriage for me, Rom, and to my to our listeners and viewers, hindi po ito yung kanin na pag napasok ka na isunubo mo iluluwa mo. That's why there's so much discernment that needs to be done, so much thinking that needs to be done. Hindi to you should not get married out of a whim or any pressure from your parents or from anybody, your friends, because you're getting of that age that you need to get married. You need to pray for that partner, that God-given partner na talagang in sickness and in health, sabi nga, yung parang yaman at hirap, di ba? In good times and in bad times, you guys will be together. And yun ang take ko doon. Just going back. Okay, teka si Adele, si Leah, Leah Spencer is watching. Hello, Josh. Hello, Leah. Miss you as well. Tapos kasi meron pa nagpadala sa akin eh. Meron nagpadala sa akin ng private message. Hold on, okay? Kasi maganda parang nabasa ko a little bit of that. So let's see if I could get that. Okay, hold on. Tingnan natin kasi hindi nilagay sa chat room. Ito, maganda to. Ayan, si Yosh. Eliano Rafana from Los Angeles. Maganda to I love it. Thanks Yosh. Sabi niya, I hope, sabi ni Yosh, I hope that I hope Rosenda will be able to confirm the reason of the guy for suddenly leaving her. Our advice may not be that applicable or appropriate if the information is incorrect. Tama. In any case, it is already wrong and unfair for the guy leaving without saying a word. Tama rin. Diba? Sakit-sakit naman nun. Teka, nawala. Teka. Nawala yung aking, hold on. Alam mo naman dito, you know where I'm at. Ang ano niya dito, okay, haba. Ayun. Okay. Unfair for the guy without saying a word. Tama naman. Okay, tapos ito na. If the reason for leaving is really the money issue, I think, and I'm sorry for this comment, he did not love her enough and was not man enough to confront the issue. Come on, he could have been happy and supportive to the girl instead. Although she may have offended him in some ways, still, I do not appreciate sudden disappearance. He left her, sudden disappearance. He left her hanging in the air without really understanding what she did wrong. They could have discussed it, and the issue could have been an opportunity for growth in their relationship. Napakaganda. Thanks, Yosh, for that. Ang ganda. Tama naman kung yung kailangan mo na ma-verify talaga ni Rosenda yung information binigay ni Oli. Now, assuming of course that yung kanyang that it's the money issue, I agree 100% na yung pag-alis na without a word, that is so unfair. That is so wrong. That is so unjustifiable. Hindi nga natin kayang i-defend. You don't run out of a relationship, let alone leave a relationship without saying a word. Hindi ka dapat umaalis sa isang relasyon without clearing things up. Kasi it's not fair to any relationship na nag-decide ka lang na umalis without giving a word why you did so. So that is so unfair. Now, if the reason is money issue, sabi nga ni Yosh, mali pa rin yun. And we already discussed that earlier. Kasi it should not be, money should not be really an issue in a relationship. It should be a celebration. Kapag isa doing well, you guys should celebrate kasi the money, the success should be shared by the both of you. Di ba ang saya kapag one of you, if not both of you, are doing so well in your careers, in your businesses, kasi mas maganda yung pagsasama. Di ba? Now, tapos na-mention rin ni Yosh na yung supportive. Yes, kasi nga, siguro hindi rin na-realize naman ni Hans na maybe hindi nga siya doon sa, hindi man lamang siya, maybe yung kumbaga nakakapag-contribute financially doon sa mga gastusin. Pero you got to remember, him being around, he could, kailan ano yun, maliwanagan na he could have been the inspiration. He could be yung catalyst that's pushing naman itong si Rosenda to do well kasi nga gusto niyang ma-celebrate. Sabi nga niya, I'm a type of person that I am a spoiler. Ini-spoil ko yung mga taong mahal ko. Lalo na yung mahal na mahal ko, di ba? Yeah, tapos I like that. Sabi ni Rose, she did not appreciate sudden disappearance, di ba? Kasi mali talaga yon. In any relationship, one should not just disappear. Yan. Si Kuya G is watching. Hey, Kuya G, happy viewing sa'yo. Sabi niya, good evening Kuya G or Gilbert. Si Kuya Gilbert is also one of our prolific anchor, host, and content producer dito sa PHLB Radio. Yan! So hopefully guys, medyo Rosenda, firstly maraming salamat for sharing your story and hopefully nakapulutan ng aral. You guys, especially our Filipino friends, naku, tagilan na natin yung male machismo. It doesn't make you less of a man kapag mas malaki ang kinikita ng asawa o ng partner mo. You should even be proud of her achievement. You should celebrate her na ang galing-galing-galing niya, di ba? Because it is important na natutuwa at masaya ka para sa success ng partner mo. Now, kasi yan na naging issue ng sa kulturang Pinoy eh. Kailangan yung lalaki mas angat, yung kalalaki ang mas malaki ang kita. And iba na yung panahon ngayon. Things change. It's a different world now. Sabi nga, meron ng equality of men and women and sometimes mas malaki talaga ang kinikita. May mga kaibigan ako na mas malaking kita and it's never been an issue and money should not be an issue. Naging issue lang yan kapag wala kayong pera at yun ang naging issue. Wala kayong pambayad, wala kayong pambayad ng renta, pag food on the table, then that would be an issue. Pero yung pag tumatamasa kayo at marami kayong pera, that should not be an issue among friends, among relationships or especially between relationship, because at the end of the day, it should be, wala na yung kanyang pera, kanya or aking pera, it should be pera natin. Diba? It should be that way. And any success, okay, na matatamo ng any of the partners should be a celebration, not should be a point of argument. It should not be a point of insecurity. Yun lang ang ano ko. But Rosenda, maraming salamat for trusting us with your story. At sana do sa advice, comments, and opinion namin at yung mga darating pang comments, kapulutan mo and kudos to you and congratulations on your great business. Like what I said, I think you need eventually pick up the phone, find Hans and say, look, Hans, we've been together for so many years. You owe me an explanation. You owe me a logical explanation why things happen the way it is. I need to know what are the reasons na umalis ka sa relasyon. Ano ba? So I could have a peace in my mind na at magagamit ito if ever ayaw mo na makapagbalikan sa akin. At the same time, ma-improve ko yung sarili ko if I have done anything wrong. And likewise, I would tell you also things that you should change on your end para hindi na, kung if ever hindi na tayo magkabalikan, you would have exercise or use this in your succeeding relationship. So in a way, you're still helping. And hopefully, kung hindi na kayo magkabalikan, hindi na kayo matuloy yung naudlot na relasyon, you could at least eventually, by God's perfect time, be friends. Okay, not necessarily be buddy-buddy or best of friends, but at least be friends because may pinagsamahan kayo. At especially kung wala namang maging masamang tinapay na nangyari between the two of you. Okay? So yun, ang ating buod for today. So nako, maraming salamat as always sa mga nanood, manonood at mag-share sa nitong ating munting show. Like what I said, this is not Kuya Josh's show, but this is our show. At this is not gonna happen if without your participation, without your support, and without your weekly viewing and being here for us. Kung hindi man nakaka-live, at least alam kong nag-share po kayo at nanonood kayo ng replay. You're becoming Team Replay. Si Rinsu, kapasok-pasok lang. Hi Rinsu, happy viewing sa'yo. Hilda also is watching as well. Si Rinsu is watching us somewhere in California. And Desi Santos again, I guess nawala siya sa ere. But nonetheless, maraming salamat Rosenda for sending that. I wish you all the best and write me or send me an email or at least a private message on what your action would be. And hopefully you gain some comments from all the advices and from the opinion of our viewers and our listeners and from myself as well. So with that, maraming salamat sa continued support ninyo. I will not be lost. I will not stop thanking you every time I have a chance for being so supportive of my shows and of PHLB Radio. Maraming salamat talaga. And before I keep reminding people every time I close any of my shows na be kind. You can never go wrong with kindness. And any act of kindness that you show to people or you do to others, it is guaranteed to come back to you in so many ways, in different times, with different situations, and with different people. And then yung inad ko po ngayon, 2 more, aside from those 2 na ginagamit ko every time. When you wake up in the morning, choose to be happy because it's kind of set up the mood of your whole day. Ang sarap ng feeling na masaya ka throughout the day. It does not delete the fact na merong mga glitches, may mga trials, may mga humps, may mga hurdles that will happen to you during that day. Pero if you choose to be happy in the morning, I'm telling you, try it. It gives you a different sense of nirvana or lightness of being. Ang sarap ng pakiramdam na parang kahit na ano yung balakad na dumating sa buhay mo, for that particular day, you could handle that with a smile. At yung pinaka-third po, pinaka-fourth na lagi kong ina-advise ngayon is be grateful. Be grateful, be thankful, because the mere fact that you wake up this morning, it is already a gift na you have a brand new day to make things better, to make things anew, to make it a better place than what you found out it to be. Yan. So with that, for those people who are like in the Philippines and it's almost end of the weekend, enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and have a pleasant and wonderful week next week. And those people naman po, it's just your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. And guys, have a wonderful, blessed week. God bless us all. And good night. Sign up muna po si Kuya Josh. For now, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Team Share, Team Replay. Happy viewing sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat as always. Goodbye now and sign up muna po. Bye everybody. Hello everybody and good night. Goodbye, good morning, good afternoon.